What are you hoping Marvel will most improve on in 2023 or with Phase 5 in regards to your bigger Phase 4 criticisms? So right off the bat, I very much hope that with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, that it will give us a clear target. Something that it makes it obviously what we're working towards. Because part of the problem with Phase 4 is that there were like themes and there were plot lines, but it was themes and plot lines. It wasn't a target. It wasn't a focus. And so it was about the aftermath of Endgame. It was about the start of the multiverse. There was a lot of stories about grief, but it wasn't a thing that we were building towards. And so I hope that Quantumania, by introducing Kang, will give us that target that we're working towards, and be like, okay, that's what this is heading towards. Likewise, I'm hoping that it'll do a better job of pulling all of these scattershot plot lines together. And that was the other thing that was so frustrating to me, is that it just felt like we're starting all these different things, but they don't at any point really come together. So we have like 4 or 5 different projects that are multiverse, but they all kind of have different multiverse rules, and they don't intersect much. Even with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange 2, both of them have Doctor Strange, but they don't even really tie together at all. They don't actually connect much at all besides a character, while both being multiverse projects. So I'm hoping that there's much more kind of connective tissue, that it feels like these are building towards something, they're building off of each other, and all these plot lines start to connect more. Because we've got multiverse, Celestials, Thunderbolts, Street Level, New Avengers, Moon Knight, the Marvels, like all of these different things. And I'm hoping that you start to feel them pull together more, of like, oh, this is how multiverse will be, like, introduces this threat with Kang, and we'll see how the Marvels will be involved in defeating Kang while not being a multiverse story. Like I'm hoping you start to see them pulling together, and that's a big thing that I like. I need it to do this. Come together and not be so spread out and unfocused. I need it to pull together. I need that target, that thing that I'm working towards. Like Phase 1, we are working towards putting the Avengers together. And then afterwards, that teases Thanos. So Phase 2, we are introducing the Infinity Stones, and we are breaking up the Avengers. And so we're laying the foundation for that to happen. So we get to Civil War, the Avengers break up, that lays the path for Thanos to win, and you just always felt like it was building towards something until we got to Phase 4, and it was like we're starting a lot of things, but they're not coming together. So that's where I feel there's a lot of potential for it to start to pull together, because you have Quantumania that is giving us Kang, so that's a target. We know he's a big deal for our next Avengers movie, so that's very important for all of this. And then we got Secret Invasion, which made like alien stuff kind of going on there. The Skrull tie into Marvel, so maybe there's a tie together there. Guardians of the Galaxy, very cosmic, so maybe that pulls together some of our Celestial stuff in some way. Like I'm like hoping that that's what this is able to do. I'm not terribly optimistic, because it doesn't, like, you don't look at these trailers and really see like how that's happening yet, but maybe, like, I'm hoping it will. And then likewise, Ronan was in Captain Marvel, so there's a tie between Guardians and Captain Marvel, so maybe Marvel's, like, maybe we'll have some of that. But just feeling like the shared universe is actually a shared universe that's building towards something with urgency and momentum. And then the simple one of, I just really hope that they do a better job with their TV shows. I don't think they cracked the code in Phase 4. He almost tasted that. Num, eat it up. I think they made a lot of mistakes. Phase 4 also is too comedy heavy, and it looks like that's better this time. It looks like this next year's going to be better, and better balance of comedy and drama, and not do so many of these over the top, Thor: Love and Thunder, She-Hulk, just in your face comedy projects. And flick. It seems like it's a better balance. So I like that. But also their TV shows in general, they didn't figure out how to do 6 episodes or even 9 episodes on some of them. It just always felt like first 2 episodes, like, oh, this is interesting, it's different. Then it meanders in the middle and rushes the finale. It, like so many of those projects I would describe that way. All of them have a rushed finale. Every single one of them has something rushed about the finale. Most of them meander in the middle. And usually it started off and I went, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, it kept being that same thing. I really hope that they paid attention. They went, okay, everyone kept saying the same thing about our shows. They meander in the middle, rush the finale. How do we balance this out better? How do we not do that? So those are things like that right off the bat, talking impromptu question, what I'm hoping for.